Congratulations! You did the ladder challenge. I am so happy for you. And now you're on this video because you want to find out, okay, how do I get to the good stuff? And what I want to first do is explain the aspects of the ladder challenge, which are going to help you roll right into manifesting people, whether it's loved ones or, romantic stuff or friends or opportunities in life, to attract those special people. We're going to call them SPs. And also things. Yes, they make us happy. Anyway, yeah. So let's go right into this. Hopefully I make this understandable, but if there are any questions or anything that I have left out, or maybe I skipped over something, I don't know. Just leave it in the comments below and I promise I will address it and answer you back in the comments. I'm really good about doing that. So I have made a couple of notes in my little book over here, and I'm going to refer to it throughout it because I just want to stay on track and make this as quick and easy as possible for you guys. The very first step is to explain the different aspects of the ladder challenge so that you can use it as a parallel when I'm explaining the way to actually make things happen really, really fast. I've used this method for years and years and years. I would never be where I am today and continue to enjoy the life that I have and the new things that come my way without being able to do this. So I know you're going to be able to do it, and I am here to help you. It is my goal to help you upgrade your life. If some of you do not know this about me, my name is Rhonda Hale. I am a certified hypnotherapist. I specialize in past life regression and quantum healing. Put those all together and they're amazing. They will change your life. And I'm also a psychic medium. I see dead people. So that's cool. But with my knowledge and studies and experience as a hypnotherapist, I have to tell you that going about the challenge, the ladder challenge, and applying it to this method, there are so many methods out there to incorporate manifesting and the law of attraction into your life to get the special person, the SP, whether it's a romantic connection you want to make, whether it's a new friendship group, whether it is a job or career or special interest connection, you need to meet a certain person for some reason. You can do all of this. And as a hypnotherapist, I do understand the power of tapping into your subconscious. It really does frame your life the way you need it to be in order to attract what you really want. I mean, we want to be the boss of our lives. We do not want to feel powerless. We don't want to feel like anything's out of our control, when in fact, every day you're creating whatever life you have, you created that. So don't say, I don't know how to attract, because whatever you're having, whether you like it or you don't like it, you attracted it. So you're really good at it. We just need to learn how to steer the car, right? It has gas in it. Everything's rocking and rolling. You're experiencing a life. We just want to tweak it so that you can control the life and attract the life that you really want for yourself. So the first step, I want to explain about the ladder challenge and why I had you put the little notes up that say, I will not climb a ladder, on your steering wheel, on your screensaver, on the mirror of your bathroom vanity, whatever. When you're getting ready, everywhere, on the refrigerator, on the walls, the closet, everywhere you go, you see these signs that say, do not climb, I will not climb a ladder. The reason that is there is to prove to you that no matter what is going on in your life, if everything around you is telling you the opposite information, giving you the opposite reality, people, places, conditions, things, everything in your life is not showing you what you're trying to manifest, this ladder challenge is to prove to you that it does not matter. That no matter what is going on around you, no matter what you hear, no matter what you see, it does not affect your ability to attract what you want. The key steps in you being successful in graduating and passing the ladder challenge were two things. You created a 5-minute reel, R-E-E-L, like a little video, and it's just on a loop. It's a movie that just keeps going over and over and over and over. So whatever it is you want to attract at that, during the ladder challenge, the visualization I gave you was to see yourself very methodically, very vividly going up a ladder and coming down a ladder. Create a 5-minute video in your head and just keep playing that. Every time you're not doing something that requires your attention, you're running that over in your mind. Anytime you see one of those little papers somewhere that says, I will not climb a ladder, in your mind, immediately you're going to visualize yourself climbing a ladder. So you're going to visualize yourself in your conscious mind during the daytime while you're living your life, doing what it is you want to manifest, which is climbing the ladder. Before you go to sleep, the reason that I wanted you to lay in an awkward, crazy position, of course, all of this was devised by Neville Goddard. He's the one that orchestrated this originally. But what I'm doing is I'm breaking it down for you. The reason that you're going to do that is because sometimes we get to bed and we let our mind wander, or we fall asleep to music, or whatever it is you're doing, you're just kind of falling into your subconscious and into your sleep very haphazardly. And this way, it's forcing you to be very present in the few minutes before you actually fall into sleep. And if you lay in your comfortable position, you're not going to be quite as aware. You're forcing yourself to pay attention as you're going in, okay? So you're putting your hands on the steering wheel of your thought patterns. When you're falling asleep, what I asked you to do was to, in your mind's eye, in your imagination, just lying there still, is to visually, with all of your all your senses very, very, very keen, imagining very carefully climbing that ladder. And just to do it, I say like 10 times slowly up and 10 times down. And that, or 5 times up, 5 times down, whatever. As long as it's about 15 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes before you knock off to sleep. Most people are going to fall asleep during the exercise, and that's totally fine. The main thing is that when you're falling asleep, that's really the only thing that's on your mind. When your mind tries to wander, you're going to snap it right back and say, no, I'm on a ladder. Because in real life, when you're climbing a ladder, you need to pay attention to what you're doing. You can fall down and get hurt, right? So you need to focus on climbing the ladder. You need to keep your attention, all of your attention on that. Now, those are the two aspects of what you're going to be doing. So now, how you're going to attract any special person, we're going to call them an SP if you want, anything that you want to attract for yourself, you're going to utilize your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, and you're going to have them join together to give you what you want. Here's how it works. I'm going to give you an example. This is something I practiced literally last week. I now live on the East Coast. I live New York, New Jersey. I work in New York. I currently live in New Jersey, just for now, or whatever. The point is that the weather during the wintertime is very inclement. The snow, all of that. I have a little sedan, little 4-door car, and it's a nice little car, but it's really not. It was a little bit scary to take that through the winter weather. So I knew I needed to have an SUV. I have never on my own purchased a brand new vehicle, ever. I've always either saved up money and bought a nice used car, or I have gone on a payment plan and bought a used car. And then I'm always dealing with, things breaking, etc. And I just told myself, you know what? I really want a brand new, nice SUV. And I'm going to practice this after I was, going through the ladder challenge with everybody. I'm like, I need to refresh what I'm bringing to myself, because if you attract to yourself, anything you attract is just, it's just this one. $10 is the same as attracting $100. $100 is the same as attracting $10,000. There's no different. It's just energy, and it's just putting it into your subconscious and your conscious mind and replaying that 5-second reel over on a loop, over and over and over. And there is nothing else that you are thinking about. If you are on a job where you're either taking care of your kids or you're on a job, driving a truck, and you need to pay attention, you're backing up or whatever you're doing, dropping loads off, or maybe you're a doctor or a nurse, maybe, who knows? I mean, we all have jobs that require at some point of our day, very acute attention. Obviously, put your attention on what you're doing, but every other part of your mind, if you're wandering off into daydreaming, whatever you're doing, keep yourself focused on what it is you're going to attract, what it is you need, what it is you want. So I talked with my daughter and I said, hey, Zoe, I helped everybody through the ladder challenge. I'm just going to do this next one because I need to show them how easy it is to convert that over into attracting something. And I said, I think I need to just attract an SUV for the winter time. And if I'm attracting something, I need to teach them that it doesn't matter how nice it is, new it is, used it is, whatever. It's just what it is that you're attracting. It's just the energy. You have to leave the how out of it. It's not your job to figure out how. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to go straight to the top of the type of SUV I want. I'm going to get a luxury SUV. And so I told my daughter, and we were out walking. She's my bestie. And we were out walking the pets and the doggies. And I said, you know what? I'm going to attract a Cadillac SUV because this will be the best way to show people. I could just go out and get a regular vehicle, not a luxury vehicle. It would be just fine to get me through the snow. But this is going to be a way for me to really show you that it doesn't matter what you need to attract. Just attract whatever you want. Don't downgrade from what you want. Truly get what you want, and of course make it believable. I didn't attract to myself a Bentley SUV or a Rolls-Royce SUV. Not that it wouldn't be possible, because the universe would do that for me. It's just that in my mind's eye, where I am now, it might be something that I personally wouldn't be able to grasp as believable. It's something that I need to grow up to, and I probably will. I'll probably have a Rolls-Royce SUV someday. But right now, I needed to attract the Cadillac. So I told her, okay, then what we're going to do is I'm going to attract a Cadillac SUV within the next week. And I have good credit. I don't have anything bad on there, but I have no big purchases whatsoever. I've got a couple credit cards. I keep them paid down. And it's not the kind of credit that most people would, I usually have to come in with a down payment. And I said, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to attract a Cadillac SUV, brand new, 2021. I'm not going to put a penny down, not one penny. And that's it. That's what's going to happen. And so I told her, okay, good. So that was on a Friday night. And immediately I started talking with her, and I said, all right, what is it that I'm going to, what are the aspects I'm going to create in my reel? And I thought, okay, I want it to be black on the outside, and I want it to be black leather on the inside. So I immediately started imagining that new car smell that kind of hurts your sinuses a little bit. And I also imagined the feel of the leather cushiony seat under my thighs. And I could almost feel it squeaking a little bit. And then I also realized that with a Cadillac SUV, they usually have heated steering wheels. So I imagined my hands being warm on a hot steering wheel. I also imagined that it had seat warmers, butt warmers I like to call it. And I imagined myself doing that and felt my low back getting warm. And I just used my imagination. And I kept visualizing a ride that was so smooth that it almost felt like I was driving a sofa. And I created this video over and over and over, and it was just a 5-second video, and I played it from 7:30 that night on our walk. And then when I went to bed, I did the same thing, laid in a very crooked, I can't even talk right now, a very crooked, weird position, and let myself just relax and fall asleep in kind of a weird position, but I let my mind relax, and I just kept playing that video, that little reel, over and over and over in my mind of the cushiony seats, that new car smell up in my sinuses that maybe isn't my favorite smell, but it represents a brand new car. I imagined the Cadillac emblem on the steering wheel, and I just kept feeling the warm steering wheel and the warmth on my back and my seat, cushiony, and kind of feeling the texture and the smoothness, softness, comfortable seat of the Cadillac. And I just played that over and over and over. I did not allow myself to think, how am I going to get approved for that? What kind of financial documents are they going to require for me? Eek, I own my own business. Okay, that's not the easiest thing in the world when you're trying to prove your income and all of that crap. It's just not as easy. Okay. So just all of that, I'm like, crap, I'm not even going to worry about that. I didn't let it go into my mind. I didn't let it go anywhere near my conscious thought pattern. The only thing I focused on was that 5-second reel, and I just played it over and 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 over. We went to sleep, we woke up, and I woke up the next morning. Actually, I told my daughter, I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to make a good breakfast for us. And I think it'll help me to really lock in my manifestation if we go test drive some Cadillac SUVs. So I can really zero in on which one it is that I want. And she's like, I think that's a great idea. Let's do it. So we had breakfast, we left, and we got to the dealership by like 10:30, 11 o'clock. Maybe it was noon. Probably noon, actually. Yeah, I think it was like noon. So we got to the dealership at noon. Oh dear, I think it was like 1 o'clock. I'm in that case. So I think we got there like afternoon. It must have been 1 o'clock. Yeah. And so we walked in, we test drove a vehicle, and I told him, because of my visualization and what I was doing, he wanted to have me test drive like this pewter gray one, which was not unattractive. There was also a navy blue one, but I'm never going to drive a navy blue car. And I just said, no, it has to be a black vehicle with black seats. That's the only one I'm going to test drive. I don't even want to touch one. He's like, okay, right. And so I got in it, test drove it, fell in love with it immediately. I'm like, yeah, this is the one. Initially I thought I was going to get an Escalade, but the home that we're currently renting in New Jersey here is an older home, has a smaller garage, and I'm like, that is not going to fit. Zoe's like, yeah, Mom, like it would be 3 feet too long for the garage. It's not going to work. So we got a little bit smaller model, drove around, and he goes, hey, do you want me to crunch some numbers for you? And I'm like, what do I have to lose? Sure, crunch some numbers for me, man. And he's like, yeah, actually, if you do a lease, and he started explaining to me about a lease that I would not have to bring any money down, and my car payment would be less than getting a loan to own it. And I'm like, what? And I thought, how is that even bad? Because then after the end of 4 years, I can just trade it in for a new one with 0 down and lower payments than buying one. I'm like, okay, I'm down. And it's like a new car and it's under warranty. So that's great. I said, sure, crunch some numbers. And so I had a basic idea knowing what I could afford. He came back and it was way less than what I expected. And guess what? I didn't need to give him any income. No income documents. He's like, no, this is totally fine. They just basically go by your credit, depending on where your credit's at. They don't even need income documents. And I guess I'll just tell you, I am now an owner of a brand new 2021 Cadillac SUV. It's in my driveway right now, and it's beautiful. It is the same one I test drove, the black on black. It's perfect in every way, fits my life beautifully, cost me way less money than I thought it was going to on a monthly basis, and I did not drop 1 dime for a deposit. I did not expect that to happen as far as that easy. All I expected was for the universe to give me what I wanted, and guess what time it was when I drove and pulled off the lot. It does take a long time to get a car. They were taking forever. I did take a couple hours test driving a few vehicles because I wanted to make sure which one I wanted. But I actually pulled off the lot about 7 or 7:30. I think it was 7:30. I think it was the very moment I decided that I was going to attract a Cadillac SUV. That was the same hour. The very next day, 24 hours later, I drove off in the vehicle. That's how fast this works. So all you need to do is practice the reel during the daytime. You're not going to be taping up any papers anywhere. You're not going to be saying, I will not do this, I will not do this. Because basically what that represents is, in my own life and my awareness, there are so many things in life that say, no, that's not going to happen, Rhonda. That is not going to happen. There are plenty of things that say no. There's me being a business owner, having to provide my own documents. I mean, that's a living nightmare. Going through that. I didn't want to have to deal with that. That's one of the papers saying I will not climb a ladder, like I will not own be approved for a brand new vehicle lease. Another paper that represents would be, oh my God, something happening that fast and me having nothing on my credit. I basically had insufficient credit. I had a good credit score, but there is nothing on there. I don't own a home. I don't have any like long-term payments. The last car that I had a payment on was like 6 years ago, maybe 7. I don't know, because I just end up I buy used cars and I've never had a payment for years and years and years. So logically, by all the rules of logic, there were papers in my life all over the place, proverbially, I can't talk, you know what I mean, all over the place saying, no, you cannot get this. So those were all my papers everywhere. But I put myself in the mental frame of I just had blinders everywhere. I'm in this little bubble of just playing the reel. I just play the reel. I watch the movie. I play the reel. I feel the emotions. I smell the new car smell. I feel the leather. I feel the heated seats. And I'm not thinking about anything else. Nothing else. Nothing else. And any logic comes through, I just go la 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 and just keep playing that reel over and over and over. And it happened in a day. That is exactly how it happened. So it doesn't matter who you're going to attract into your life. If it's a special person, your SP. It doesn't matter if it's money you need to attract. It doesn't matter what it is. You're going to be able to do this. If you have any questions or need any coaching, please do not hesitate to put questions in the comments. Share this video, like this video, subscribe. If you're not already following me on YouTube, please follow me on YouTube. Help Me Rhonda Podcast with Rhonda Hale. If you're not already following me on Instagram, follow me now. Help Me Rhonda Official. I love you, wish you light and love, and I'm right here when you need me. Bye.